This is the fourth year Indywood is back in Hyderabad. When we started this journey 5 years back, our research and development started from Trivandrum. The first theater, India's best theater, we launched there with the dual 4K projection, and Bahubali was released there to collect 3.5 crores from one single screen. So the day when we started our first research theater, in Trivandrum, every year one theater was getting closed. Not only in Trivandrum, it was the general process in India. Every day one theater was getting closed somewhere in India. That was the culture. But today, in Trivandrum, when we started, only 11 screens were in Trivandrum. We reversed the process. Today, we have 45 screens, and by next year end, we will have 105 screens in a small place like Trivandrum. That is a revolution we could create. The entire scenario in India is now changed. Every day, at least 2 screens are getting opened. Then we started opening the international markets. For the first time, we opened Korean market. Chinese market already opened. The blockbuster revenues are gone up by more than 700%. We set up the best animation studio in Trivandrum. Like that, today Indywood is the largest importers and exporters of movies. This year, 50 movies are getting released. Last week, we released one of the biggest hit, Bala, in Middle East. But after doing all these things, we realized that the biggest exploitation what is happening in the industry is in the animation field, animation VFX field. Because after we setting up the studio, even I was in Los Angeles with Honorable Minister Mr. KTR. We were visiting DreamWorks together to promote the animation industry. But from my practical experience, I am telling you, when a Hollywood movie is getting budgeted for $20,000 per minute, the same job is getting done in one of the studios in India for $2,000 and $3,000. This is called exploitation. The 2 or 3 people standing in between this line, they are eating all this money instead of giving this money to the industry. As long as this money is not coming to India or this money is not coming to the pockets of the studio, how they can support the people working in the industry? If the firm is not growing, the employees will not grow. If the employees are not growing, that field as such will be affected. How the next generations will be attracted to that field? India is supposed to be the animation hub of the world in the next coming years. But unfortunately, if this practice is going to be encouraged, then the entire generation, the animation people working in the industry will be badly affected. Their career will be affected. So my humble request to the entire industry top personalities is to take some decisions to make sure that if a movie is budgeted for $20,000, if it is getting done in India, at least $10,000 should be pumped to the industry. Otherwise, nobody will benefit. Even I won't believe some people are approaching us to do some jobs, animation jobs, even for $500. If a person, a small-scale studio is taking up a job for $500, how they can feed the people working in that industry? What is their career growth if they are working in that industry? How they can recommend the next generation to join the industry? This is a bad fact. We need to realize it. We need to take corrective action. Because this I'm telling you from my entire experience, because Indywood is covering the entire field. Almost 100 fields are under Indywood. This animation is only one field. But after covering all these areas, I am telling you, if we are not, because that is the biggest potential is there lying in the animation and VFX. But the biggest exploitation is also happening. Hope we will take some kind of corrective action. Thank you very much for inviting, and please come and visit our stalls here in the Indywood. Thank you.